Yo guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're benchmarking control on
We're on the right
PC,
track.
running at my overclocked MSI Vanguard RTX 1590 graphics card, and Ryzen 9 9950X3D CPU. So firstly, as always, I'll start off with showing you the graphics settings really quickly. So currently we are running a resolution of 3040 by 2160 on my 4K 144Hz display. We are running NVIDIA DLSS quality mode, so a 1440p render resolution. HDR is enabled. We have to wait 2 or 3 days for that to process on YouTube. Film grain is turned off. And all the advanced graphics settings are all ultra high preset with ray trace reflections enabled, set to ultra mode, and all these settings here are fully maxed out. I have the ray trace samples count at 3, which is the default level. There is a higher level you could raise it to, but it's going to be heavier to run. So we're going to do 4K DLSS quality mode, 4K native. We will briefly try 8K to see if it even works. And then we'll try 1440p and 1080p native resolution to see how it runs in place. This is one of the only titles I have left that I haven't benchmarked on my 5090, so we'll see how this title runs, and we'll try to check out this different game, to say the least. It's a little bit out there sometimes with its mysteriousness of it, but it is interesting to benchmark and play, and we'll see how it runs in place on the 5090. But enjoy, guys. But yeah, Remedy is a really good developer. I know I really enjoyed Alan Wake 2, and I never really fully got immersed into this game at all. I mean, I only played a little bit, just like as far as I've gotten in the storyline. But one of these days, I'd like to progress further in the game. Because I know they are going to be releasing a sequel sometime in the next year or so. We'll see. But it will be interesting to dive a little deeper to the storyline to see how everything runs in place. Looks like we have a bit of a firefight here, so we'll try to engage and not die here. I don't remember if my health recharges or do I need to heal somehow. I don't remember exactly. I guess I need to pick up health. Do I have any health? I'd rather get somewhere safe before I try to increase my health here, but I'm not sure. Let's see what I could do here. I may just have to deal with dying, that way I don't have these red surrounding my screen here, so we'll just engage on the enemy here. And but it looks like 4K DLSS quality averaging 113 FPS. Okay, now the health went up, it looks like. 1% low say at 60 or 70, and max FPS at 146. Alright, let's enable native resolution for 4K native. Reset the afterburner. Nice reflections there. And yeah, the physics are really good in this game too. That's another thing to add. It's got really detailed physics. Oh shit. I'm dead. We'll give it another go, guys, but let's get restarted here. We'll see how 4K native runs at a restarted level here. But yeah, it does have some increased difficulty. You do need to get into the game to get better at it, which I haven't really
Communications.
got too deep into figuring out all the tips and tricks of staying alive in this title. Not gonna go there. I've been there. It's it's another place you don't want to go to. Kind of emergency room looks like. Can't go through there. Yeah, this is like some kind of like portal system here, but it's not very fun to be in there. It's a very GPU intensive area, but I'm not going to deal with it. I'm just not in the mood to deal with that right now. Bathroom. And then that's back to the cafeteria. But yeah, like I said, it's just one of those out there type games where it's got a really crazy vibe and mysterious, if you will. See, over here, I think I could engage and go to a different world, I believe. But I'm not sure what that's going to do in terms of where that's going to take me, so I don't have clearance for these rooms. Well, looks like 4K native averaging 57 FPS, 1% low at 47, max FPS is 69. Very briefly, I'm not sure if it's going to work, but let's just see if we could do 8K here, just out of curiosity. So let me enable full screen, and let's go to 8K. If it works. If it doesn't work, then that's fine. Reset the afterburner. Okay, obviously that's not working, guys. It's just too low FPS. But we tried. Let's try 8K with DLSS calls, but let's see if that works. Reset that one more time, but yeah, that seems to be the limit of the GPU, it looks like, with all the ray tracing features enabled. And this did recently get a patch, which also modified a few settings, I think. It looks like 8K with DLSS quality mode, we're averaging, looks like 41 FPS, but these frame stutters are piss poor, so I'm not even going to say it's 43. It's more like, well, let's see. Let's see if it catches up here. We're using 21 gigabytes of VRAM, pulling about 500 to 603 watts. And now it feels a little bit smoother now that it's kind of picked up the textures here. But yeah, there's a few stutters. But I guess without the stutters, it says it's 2 FPS. But that's just too piss poor to play, so. Let's go ahead and let's go down to 1440p here. Make my screen larger here. Full screen. Sometimes when changing resolutions, it's a little bit finicky here, so let's see if this will work here. Okay, so 1440p native, the afterburner. I don't know, what did I do? Did I break the game? It feels like it's running piss poor now. 2560 by 1440p, DLSS enabled. Maybe it's because of the full screen mode. Maybe it's just not happy about that. Let me see how everything is set up here. something happened. Let me just let it recover here. It needs to. It seems like after I went to AK, it threw something off, it seems. That's weird. That's the thing. Sometimes with benchmarks, you run into issues like this. Let's go to 1920 by 1080p. I just want to see if that'll fix it. Yeah, some kind of weird stuttering issue. I'm not really sure why there. Let me try quitting to the main menu. Or we'll restart the game. That's the thing with benchmarking, you never know what's going to happen. Sometimes you run into issues, sometimes everything works out perfectly. Alright, let's turn that off real quick. Let's go to 2560 by 1440p. Let's see if this is working now. Okay, it feels like it's working right now. Yeah, we're good now. I don't know why. I guess when I went to AK, it really threw something off. What's that 1440p? Oh, one stutter there. We'll test 1440p native here. We'll see how this runs, and we'll see if we get more of these frames. Reset the app for one more time here.
Communications. We're on the right track.
Maybe it'll help if I just load a new level here. Hopefully. Okay, I think that fixed the issue, it looks like. I just had to reload the world, I think. But I'm not seeing those frame stutters anymore. But yeah, I apologize for that. I mean, like I said, whenever you do AK, it always ends up creating some kind of problem. That's why I don't really like to do it in every video, but sometimes you run into issues, unfortunately. But it looks like 1440p native averaging 137 FPS, 1% low stay at 106, max FPS 160. Now let's enable, I guess this will be DLSS call ultimate for 1440p, I guess. DLA super sampling, yeah, we'll see. Reset the afterburner. So this is 1440p with DLSS ultimate. And yeah, I apologize for that issue I ran into. I should have just restarted everything, but I figured I already had some footage recorded, so I thought I'd give it another shot. But at least it's running properly now, but yeah, it was an unfortunate issue earlier. Elevator. Right? Nope. Okay, so 1440p of DLSS call to it, averaging 215 FPS, 1% lows, sitting at 153, max FPS is 242. Alright, now let's go down to 1920 by 1080p. We'll do this natively. Reset the afterburner. I'd like to go somewhere else. Yeah, very weird vibe. I really wish I did follow the storyline because it would be interesting to know what exactly is happening right now. I just didn't dive too deep into this one like I did with Alan Wake 2, which I played fully through. But yeah, very crazy vibe. So 1080p native averaging 202 FPS, 1% low sitting at 135, max FPS at 233. And then I'd say for the 5090, if you want to do 4K, do it with DLSS quality mode, which would be 1440p render resolution. And then let's see, puts us above 100 FPS, but a little bit below 120. Okay, so now actually we're up to 130, so actually just a little bit above 120 FPS. So yeah, 4K DLSS quality would probably be the ideal setting to play it with on the 5090, I would say. If you're going to keep the ray trace objects at level 3, which is default level. And I think that'll wrap up the video. And again, I want to apologize for the issue I had earlier. Like I said, with benchmark, you never know what's going to happen. Sometimes games don't run efficiently, but it looks like with a little mini restart, it did fix the issue. But if you did enjoy the video, do give this video a like. If you want to see more content like this, more RTX 5090 game benchmarks, feel free to subscribe. Thanks for watching, appreciate all the support, and I'll see you guys soon enough for another video benchmark, and we'll take things from there. But again, that brings you control on PC with the 5090, and we'll see you guys around. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.